Hey, lovely, lovely, wonderful people. A pleasant evening to everybody. As I look across the western side of the island and seeing, the politicians and the artists and everybody, doing what they're supposed to do in terms of being their brother's keeper, helping the next man, the next woman, the next child, it warms my heart. I don't want you to forget the churches, because some of the churches, they're really, really going above and beyond. Yes, it may not be highlighted, but they are going above and beyond to help those in the West and even those in the East. I know that we have to look out for those in the West, for a time, but still remember your brother and your sister in the East, because some of them are still struggling. The storm has not, even though their houses may not necessarily be blown down, and they have not faced what some of the people in the West are facing, and we understand the chronic nature of those down in the West, but still remember those in the East, because human is a human, and if you're in need, you're in need. One of the things that I want to encourage people: don't wait until disaster to help people. It's good seeing all of this. It's really, really, really good. But sometimes it kind of is a little bit sad, because before the hurricane, people would reach out to people for help, and they would turn up their nose or turn down their nose and not help. And you had to wait until something really calamitous, a calamity to strike, before you say, all right, you have to. It's almost like you're driven by pain, you're driven by decadence, you're driven by decimation. You don't practice this even when it may not be as bad. So sometimes it's kind of heartbreaking to know that people have to wait until it is really ugly, really murky, really dirty before they actually extend a helping hand. And it ought not to be that way. It's good seeing, people coming together, to help, the disenfranchised, those that have been torn down, and, but it's also very sad, because when you kind of look at it, you say, boy, so it has to take this hurricane to see people helping people. You had the wherewithal before, and you didn't help somebody who probably reached out to you, a family member, a friend, to say, hey, I want to do this business. Hey, I need some help to pay a bill. Hey, I need, you know what I mean? It's kind of sad in a sense. And I pray that we don't wait until a hurricane before we help people, because some of these people, especially in, if things were just different, if we were really helpful towards each other, maybe the outcome would have been different, and so on. But I hope it's a case one day where each one reaches one without waiting until a decadence or decaying situation, and so on. So anyway, guys, you know what to do with your TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me one of those lions. Thanks.